Okay, so I'm going to start again as I had an issue, but well. So we're gonna start today with DXY. Not my best day again. A lot of mistakes probably. So let's see what happened. Okay. Well, first of all, my bias. This is DXY. We had liquidity here to the left. This is previous weekly high, and here we have real liquidity on each one that it took yesterday, but with all these weeks I didn't like it. So, and seeing this price action, I expected this to be taken, okay? So knowing that, we know that our bias for USD was bullish, probably. And here we had this break obstructor to the downside. And then, well, here this probably means that sellers are in, okay? And boom, reaction to the upside, okay? So this was the raw liquidity that took the previous weekly high. It took that liquidity. Probably it even took this Asia high liquidity, so you can see a reaction here, and then previous daily high liquidity that maybe we had some break events here, okay, and it took that. After that, it went up. It took this raw liquidity on M5 here, which it was the one that broke extractor and took this raw liquidity on M5. And as you can see, a lot of weak sellers, another weak sellers, and then no weeks. So probably we could have looked for a sell, but pretty risky. Okay. I have to improve my confirmations, but I'm not like when I have time, I have other things to do. So I just have to find some time someday. Okay. Well, let's see EU. So okay. First of all, EU, we had this raw liquidity on H1 here, previous weekly low from a few weeks ago. So I expected a reaction at least. But as the XY was in a bullish bias, I expected sells here. Even that I know that, I took a buy, okay? I took a buy here, thinking that it could take this high probably. But no, it was a good sales entry, really. But well, I had profit anyways, okay? So yeah, even having these equal lows with wicks on M5, but well, I entered here and closed here, break even and partial, so I had a profit and then it went down. I expected sells, but I thought it would take this, but in the end, the true relevant liquidity on M1 was here. So it was perfectly taken, and well, maybe we could have looked for a sell, but I don't know, stop loss maybe here, I don't know, or maybe stop loss and then a re-entry, I don't know, okay? Then it went down, took all the liquidity to the left. We had a break obstructor here, inducing buyers. It took this round liquidity on M5 here that took this previous weekly low, break obstructor, and well, it went down all the way, and now it seems that it's starting to reverse a little bit, okay? GU, nothing for me today, as we had nothing to the left. We had this previous weekly low plus round with the H1, but down here it doesn't affect anymore for me. And I didn't really analyze all of this, okay? So, well, yeah, we had round liquidity on M5 here, and here. So yeah, knowing that, we could have looked for a sell probably week, and after the week, boom. But well, yeah, I think one confirmation is waiting for the week and then, but I have to study it, okay? It's not like that, just like that. You have to test it or something. And round liquidity on M5 here. Okay, I need to here round liquidity too, but well. Then USD JPY. Yesterday I liked USD JPY, today I hate it, but well. So here we had a break of extractor, This low even took this liquidity here, this RAM liquidity. So I expected this to be taken, and we even had this previous weekly high here. So yeah, and knowing that we had a bullish bias, well, I wanted to look for buys. I expected this RAM liquidity on M5 to be taken. Never took that, okay? Never took that. Even reacting here, so I know there's liquidity. I didn't expect they would make it that clear, okay? Because not taking this is just a reaction, so well, they wanted to induce a lot of buyers, okay? But not even that, it didn't take this low, okay? So reaction, never took this low. Well, so my first mistake was here, that here we had real liquidity on M1, okay? And I entered without confirmation, like I'm going to show you. We had this real liquidity on M1. I usually trade only from real liquidity on M5 because this happens all the time to me, that if I trade from real liquidity on M1, I got fucked usually because you have a reaction but not that big. And well, I look for a sell here and I got fucked, so my only confirmation was candles, not break obstructor, no nothing. And then the other one, the same. We had this movement to the downside, break obstructor here. I wanted to place break even, but I didn't do it because of FOMO and vengeance and everything. So for me, this was a good trade, more or less. It's not really we have wicks, but it's not the wick. It's not down here, okay. So I think it's a pretty good sell, probably, but I could have waited for a confirmation and I wouldn't have entered it, okay. So break obstructor on M1 and no engulfing candle, so no entry for me, no stop loss and no stop loss. So today I had 2 stop losses, and it even I lost more than 1%, which I don't know why, because the settings are okay. So my account now is like minus 3 point something% down, okay. But well, my challenge, but I'm not going, I don't know what happened, so I can't explain it, okay. Wow, here we have a lot of liquidity. So probably it can go down and take all of these and then go up, I don't know. And then we had this previous weekly high here, sorry, that it perfectly took, break obstructor to the downside after, well, playing around here, break obstructor to the downside, it took this round with the M5. After taking this with this week, I expected this to be taken again and then looking for sells, Opa, but never, it never did that, never did that, and it continued to the downside, and well, I don't know what to expect now, but probably it's gonna take some liquidity here. Because why I know that, I'm not sure, okay, I'm not sure, but for me it's the most probable outcome, because here we have no liquidity really. It took all of that and the only reaction was breaking this structure to induce buyers. We have wicks here, meaning that buyers are entering. So for me the probability, maybe it takes these highs here, but the probability for me is that it's going to take this at some point soon, okay. Then USD CHF, so it took this round liquidity on each one here, previous weekly high here, same movement as the XY. It was pretty beautiful because we had this fake H1 BOS here, break obstructor, and then continuation to the upside. I wanted to look for buys, but I was expecting this low to be taken, 357 and 357. So I was waiting for this low to be taken, and yeah, never took that, and then exploded to the upside. I had this liquidity marked up here. It reacted perfectly. But when it reacts so good, I'm not sure if to trade it or not, because it's not a big take, okay? But well, pre-constructor to the upside to induce buyers. You know that sellers are here and here and here because of all these weeks, but here we have buyers entering again, break, as you can see, break buyers probably. Here we have sellers weeks and then week and no week, okay? So here I was at my job. I had a moment to look for this. I opened a trade here only. Obviously, I only opened the good trades on MetaTrader. And well, TP. I thought about targeting here, but I'm learning that shorter, I prefer to close all the trade, okay? If I would target here, I would have closed 90% here, probably, okay? So yeah, target here, 1, 2, 2, so nothing bad at all, and TP, as you can see, it came back, and it would have been a break even, and then, well, we will see what happens, and USD CAD to end this day. I'm tired. A lot of things to do yet. Still here. Wow. Well, what can I say? This all buyers. Okay. This is all fucking buyers. So what can we expect? Previous weekly high taken now. We had this fake move taking this round liquidity on M5 here. So after this big move here to the upside, probably we're gonna have sells, okay? Sells to go a little bit down, at least down here, I think, probably. But well, we don't know yet, so yeah, we will see. We will see what happens. But for me, it's pretty clear sells. Yeah, so we will see what happens. Okay. Well, I hope you liked the video, and see you tomorrow again. Bye bye.